Hey there, my name is Konstantin. I'm a full stack developer and I'm talking about porting my Vanilla.js application to Solid.js. And in my last video, I've actually finished porting my application. Now I'm going to refactor the resulting application with this Solid.js application and improve code styles, improve icons, improve everything I see that is necessary to improve from my point of view, of course. So let me start from installing this application to my home screen, to my Linux desktop. I'm going to run the application through my Visual Studio Code, open it in the browser, and use the install control in the address bar of my Google Chrome browser. When I click the install control, I see the application name, the application description, and some screenshots, which are actually fake because I didn't have screenshot. Then I just used the main application icon here. I don't like the title here, the application name here, so let me just quickly change the name through the with config. With config has the manifest section, and this manifest section has the application name and the application short name. I think I can safely remove this suffix for the name to make the application name in the installation window and later in the application window shorter. Let me reload the app and try installing it again. Now you see that the application name is just Ashtangamoon, which is what I wanted to achieve, and now I'm going to install the application. You can see that the tab actually has been converted to a standalone desktop application here with the Ashtangamoon title, with a normal standard desktop controls for this particular operating system, which is Linux Ubuntu. And you can do whatever you want with this window, and you can easily uninstall this application as well. So I go to the desktop, I see this application icon here, I run the application, and I use this three dots control to find the uninstall Ashtangamoon menu item. I just use it and install the application. You see how easy it is, and I see that the progressive web apps are getting supported more widely, so we will soon have it everywhere supported. So but now let me continue with my plan. I have a plan of refactoring this application, and I wanna improve icons a little bit. As you may see, I have just one icon used everywhere here. I think I can do better. For that, I will use application icons generator, which is called real favicon generator.net. I like this one most, but there are many of them actually, so I will just point to my application my big application icon. And so let me set the color, because I'm going to use the same color which we actually have here. Just a second, let me open the images and see the main application color. I think it's in the yeah, you see the assets folder has Solid.js so icon. I don't need it. I'm going to remove it, by the way. And I just need now to see the main application color. And yeah, I think it's gonna be in the index HTML. Yes, exactly. It's in the index HTML. And the tile color, I'm going to set it to this color as well. And I'm going to set the background color to this, the same color here in the favicon generator. And here also I'm going to I just explicitly mentioned the background color. And here probably also I need to set it explicitly, and the app name here is going to be Ashtanga Moon. You may actually skip this stuff, but it's good to have it. The theme color will be the same. Oh, sorry. I need to copy this color again because it's the main application color. Yeah, I think something like this can make it. Let me try to make it. No, it doesn't look very good, so I will just use the main color of my. And for the Windows Metros styling, I'm going to use the same color as well. And what else? This theme color for macOS Safari browser also going to be the same. Okay, let me try something else. No, it's okay. I think we are good with this one. Okay, I will change it to IMG actually, because my images, my favicons are located in IMG folder, so I will use it as a base path for all the icons. I will explain later why it's necessary. Let me generate favicons and HTML code which is necessary for kind of linking the generated icons to the HTML page. It takes a few seconds, so normally, so you can see the HTML code which actually link to the fav icons generated. I'm going to copy this piece of HTML code to the index HTML template of my application and maybe remove something that is already here. For instance, we have favicon 32 16 per 16. We have Apple Touch icon already, so I'm going to remove it. We have manifest file automatically injected into the template, so we don't need it. We need a mask icon, we need shortcut icon, we have already tile color, so I can safely remove it. We have theme color here, we can remove it. Yeah, so I'm going to group icons to go together, and the configuration file here, so we should be more or less good now. And one thing, I need to actually copy these fav icons generated by this tool. I'm going to copy it, extract to my download folder, copy the icons themselves except for the manifest. Let me just not copy but move to projects, Ashtanga Moon public images. I'm going to replace the existing icons, if any, and here let me check if the configuration is what I would expect it to be. Yes, the path is correct, tile color is correct. This one is used for Windows operating system. Alright, so I think it should be good, except for one thing. These two icons for Android Chrome, they are used inside manifest file. So I'm going to copy these two icon settings, the settings of these two icons, and use it here inside my manifest configuration. I can safely remove the existing icons, I think, and we'll just reformat it a little bit. Yes, as for the screenshots, let's make one screenshot actually. Let me just make a screenshot here from the browser. I have a desktop. This is for white, for really huge resolution, kind of retina displays, etc. I will just capture screenshot here. Yes, let me open it and see what. Yes, this is what I wanted to have. Let me now change this resolution to something more standard, like 1600 actually, sorry, and maybe 900 here, something like this. I think should be good. Let me also capture this screenshot. I need two screenshots basically, one for white and one for normal. So I will move these screenshots to my image folder, project image folder, img. Let me move them, and probably I need to rename them to something that starts from screenshot. Yeah, just screenshot. Okay, and this one is gonna be really huge. I'm going to call it screenshot. Screenshot white. Okay, good. I have two screenshots, screenshot and screenshot white. Let me adjust manifest to reflect that. The normal one is white. The normal one is here. Screenshot. Yeah, I need to know its resolution exactly. Let me check. Forgot it. Okay, the normal one is. Oh, it's too, this one is too white, actually, to be honest. 3200 per 1800. Okay, let me use it as is, and then maybe improve later. Actually twice as large as I requested, but okay for now. I'm not sure how this screenshot tool is working. Okay, 5120 5120, and here 3200. 3200. I think should be good now. They are huge. I'm gonna to reduce the size, the resolution later. I don't think they need it, but for now it's okay. I'm going to restart the application to actually fetch all the icons and all the screenshots. Okay, let me close this one because it's not local actually, it's remote. This one looks pretty similar, so I'm going to use this install tool. Okay, we don't have this screenshot here. I thought it would be displayed here, but it's not. So okay, let us have it as is. Maybe open the application tab and see how it looks. When we browse the manifest settings, we see we see this, and we actually have a warning, which is good. Google Chrome helps us to choose correct resolutions for the screenshots. Okay, actual size looks like no. Why it's not? It's probably the progressive the manifest, the app manifest is not updated for some reason, and probably I need to update some cache. Let me do it in case something is cached. Okay, I see what's wrong here. I use large icon here, still didn't change it. We'll change it now to white and reload. Should be maximum. Okay, screenshot. The normal screenshot should be round, probably round shape. Should be round shape and be just max 3840. Okay, if it wants round shape, okay, I will generate it for it. 3840. Okay, I can just set it here explicitly. 3840. Oh, actually, I don't need that to be that white, so I will just use 1200 here as a square. Yeah, I think we should be fine with that. Let me capture screenshot and copy it to the screenshot folder. Okay, no, it's not this one, this one. That's right. Then I'm going to remove screenshot because it requires me having round shape screenshot for some reason. I don't know why. What's wrong here? Yeah, I missed one letter actually. Let's see what our manifest information displays now. Okay, and I need to update this information also. Yes, we should be good. Okay, well, what else? Such a interesting, annoying error messages which are not displayed all at once. They displayed one by one depending on what's wrong. What's wrong here? Let me check. Yeah, it's new stuff for me also. I'm learning with you. Okay, it actually created a screenshot twice as wide. Okay, why is it so? Maybe because of some, I don't know, the resolution here. Okay, let me trick it a little bit. Maybe ask to generate 600 to 600 screenshot, and then it will generate 1200 ones. Yeah, probably. Yes, let me open it. Okay, yes, this is what they need finally. I will just copy to desktop projects, Stanga solid public image, and this screenshot, yes. And the next one should be, okay, screenshot should be at most, okay. We need to resize the previous one as well, so I will use this approach to generate smaller screenshots, something like this. Let me check what it asks me to generate. Yes, I'm gonna be fine if I set 1600 per 800. It will double it, so this is what I need. Okay, I'll just copy it as well to the desktop projects, Ashtangamon public img. Yeah, this should be good now. I will remove screenshot from here and replace it with the new one. This one is just screenshot, and this one is a wide screenshot. Yep. Hopefully we are fine now. Let me reload the app. And probably clear the cache. Yeah, and I need to update the sizes in the config. This size is correct, and this one is just 3600, and I think it should be something like this. Let me check. Screenshot wide. 16. Yeah. Let me restart the app. What's wrong? Oh, okay, it stopped. We'll just restart the application server. Okay, actual width of screenshot doesn't match specified with. Okay. Okay, whatever. It takes too much time. Now it's okay, no complaints. We have two screenshots here. One is round shaped and one is just white. Okay, I think we should be fine with that. Icons and screenshots now are good. We can finish with that. Perfect. Let's continue that. One more thing I want to improve today is moving the application name to config. We use application name here, and we I wanna just create a config file in the core folder for all the settings, which can be reused actually. This setting, the app name, it's gonna be constant, and it's gonna be Ashtanga Moon, and here I can just use it. App name. Yeah, this is one of the steps I wanted to do for quite long. So, and yeah, we have some more occurrences of the application name, but those occurrences would take a bit different approach. I'm not going to do it right now. I will probably do it later. Now, what I want to do is to create types folder in this CRC folder and actually start moving stuff, typing to this particular folder. For instance, we have MoonDate interface, which can be actually extracted to a separate file and exported. Export, and here it can be reused. Yes, which is also a good step forward. Okay, what else we have here? We have moon face piece of HTML which can be extracted to each separate component. Let me create a component first here, then I will move it to a separate file, or better to create a separate file right away. I'm going to create a components folder and create a component called MoonDate TSX. Yeah, and inside that component, I'm going to define, and inside that file, I'm going to define a component as a constant. Okay, small mistake here. Return the HTML or JS6 to be precise. And I'm going to export this component as a default export for this particular module, and I need to pass some props here, and this MoonDate will be passed as props through props. Okay, let me just create an interface and call it MoonDate props, and this interface would have MoonDate field of type MoonDate, not type actually, interface of course, but yeah, doesn't matter. In this particular context, props, MoonDate props, and here's yeah, and I need to use it here. I'm gonna use MoonDate props. What I need here is Solid.js actually would pass here an accessor. It's not just normal interface typed object. It's Solid.js accessor. So this is not just it should not be just MoonDate, it should be accessor. So okay, something like this. Yes. I don't remember how to. Yes, good. And here, to get it updated, I will use it as a function. So yeah, I think we should be good with MoonDate component. Let me use it here. MoonDate. And of course, we need to close the Okay, it complains for some reason, but in fact we need an accessor here, I think. Okay, let me check what happens here. Okay, what if I remove this accessor from here and just try to run the app? Maybe it's gonna work. I don't know. Let me check. Yes, it's working, but if the dates are updated, it should not be updated because Solid.js needs it to be called as function, I think. Let me check. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, let me revert back the accessor here. Even if I'm not correct, I will see it, right? I learn with you together. So Solid.js is not my main tool. Still experimenting and trying stuff. No. Okay. Let it be. I won't insist here. I will come back to this component later if I see that it's not updated. Okay, we just extracted the MoonDate component, the piece of code which is responsible for displaying each particular MoonDate at the bottom of the application to a separate component. Now I don't like this map here because Solid.js actually is a bit different compared to React. React has virtual DOM. Solid.js communicate with a real DOM directly. So Solid.js has some primitives to not re-render some elements, to not remove them and append them again. But with this construction, with the map standard for React, I would probably regenerate this part every time the dates are updated. So I need to use something else, and Solid.js has actually a good primitive for that. I will show you now in the official documentation. It's called index. So it actually a loop. It's similar to a map, but it actually preserves the index of the element. So in our particular case, it's important to have. I will just open the original application to show you. In our particular case, we need this order of the dates to be always the same. So they need to preserve indexes. And in this particular case of using the index, I would call loop component, we will preserve indexes of the items, of the array items. And if one of the item is updated, it will be re-rendered. It will be updated. Just one, not all of them. So I'm going to use this index here instead of the dates, and I'll show you how it works and why it's better here in this context. Index, let me import it. Dates. I don't need fallback here, so I'm going to remove it, and we also rename the item to MoonDate, and here it's gonna be this same MoonDate. Yes, and here it's actually an accessor. That's why I remembered I needed that how to say, the accessor stuff there, right? So I'm going to do this for now. I will refactor it later. I'm gonna show you when this particular array or array of components is updated. For that, I'm going to add some console log here before returning, so we can see when it's updated, then it's triggered. Console log, okay, index updated, good. What we have here, let me check, it's correct. I think I need one more bracket here. Let me check what else. Which is good. Index. Okay, I just passed it to a wrong location. Now it should be good. Just reformatted the code. Now we have this console log, then we update the re-render the stuff through the index component, and here I will add similar code to see when this part is updated. Okay, I think it should be here. Good. Console log map updated. Okay. And how to trigger the date update? I'm going to actually remove the hasFocus stuff. I think nowadays this is necessary to not update, not re-render the application every minute if the application has no focus on it. But I don't think they need it. If a tab is not active, the browser will end up pausing that particular tab, so we don't need to kind of pause it manually, I think, nowadays. So I will just remove this code and simplify it a little bit. So let it refresh function to be called every one, not actually a minute, but every 100 milliseconds. And now we should see when it's actually re-rendered the list of dates at the bottom. I'll just, yep, you see, index updated, map updated. The first time is okay. Next time, what will happen next? And next run, only map updated. Oh. And next time only map updated. You see, the index is not updated, which is what we wanted to achieve. You don't need to update the dates if they are the same, basically, right? So we will only update them if they change it. That's why this approach with index is preferable. I'm gonna remove the old one and remove index. We don't need it here, I think. And this stuff should be simplified as well. Yep. Good. And what else? As about accessor. Okay, let's keep it this way for now, to keep the component pure without calling any functions, external functions. So let's keep it pure and see if they need any updates later on. I will just reload the app. The service worker will be updated, and now this is updated. I will also refactor this stuff a little bit. What I want to achieve is that we need to kind of recalculate the dates every 1 second, which is actually implemented already, but they also they also re-render the moon phase every 1 minute. But what if the dates are the same for some reason? Should we actually re-render the moon phase? I don't think so. That's why I'm going to extract, kind of split the entire refresh logic into 2 parts. One for calculating dates, and another one for visualizing the moon phase. I'm going to use create effect. Solid.js primitive for that, and just put visualize moon phase inside, but the current phase should be actually a signal to make it work. So I'm going to define a new signal for current phase, which will be number, and which will be by default undefined. I will show you why a bit later. Bear with me. Current phase, which is good. And why I actually made it undefined here, to get rid of loading signal, because I can actually use current phase as a loading indicator, because by default it's undefined. We can check this variable, this signal, the value of this signal for undefined. If it's undefined, then we should display loading indicator, right? So here we will just check current phase signal. Yes, if it's going to be null, this condition actually catches undefined as well, so we don't actually. Okay, no, let me be precise here, because otherwise it can be the null can the zero value can be interpreted as null as well. So let's be careful here. And now we can actually use current face as an accessor, but the problem with visualize moon face function, it needs numeric value and not undefined value. So we need to add a condition which would check if the value is undefined and skip the visualization logic if it's so. I will just use current face here and face, and also the condition if face is not null, is not undefined, then we need to visualize the moon face. Otherwise, we do nothing. So what else? On cleanup actually is triggered on mount of this particular app component, and on mount actually triggered on load, right? So it should be good here. We don't need loading here. We can remove it. Good. The current face here should be set. Set current face. Current face. Yep. And some formatting issues here. We'll just reformat. Yes. Good now. What I want to improve here, that you see that the returning value has all the any types, and I need to be more precise. So the face should be number. As you remember, the loon face doesn't have any public contributed typings. At least I didn't find them. So I actually indicated that the loon model is actually declared this module, but didn't define its types. So here the function just returns any, which is not ideal, but okay for us at this particular stage. I will just set the types here explicitly because I know what the types are going to be as date. As for the next full moon date, let me show you the documentation for the loon package. Yeah, I have it here. npm.js.com package loon. Let me scroll to the face hunt function. Yes, this is the output of face hunt function, and you may see here new date, full date, and next new date. Previously, I assumed that next full date should be defined as well, but for some reason this library doesn't return next full date, so we can actually ignore this completely and remove it from here. For some reason they don't define it. I probably need to contribute a pull request to them to add this information, but maybe later, not now. So I will just remove it from here also. We don't need it anymore. The comments are too obvious, and this condition is not going to be relevant anymore, which is good. We actually improved the code, simplified it a little bit. Okay, so So far so good. Let me load the application and see what changed. Service worker is updated. Yeah, the dates are rendered. Good. Let's check the changes. I'm going to check the changes by just adding some randomness to the current phase. Math random. This math random actually gives a number from 0 to 1, and if we multiply current phase to it, the phase will change, and we should be able to see the results, should be able to see the update. For instance, if I want to update it every 10 milliseconds, we should see it here. Yes, which actually confirms that we update the current phase signal here. So, which is good, which is what we wanted to achieve. This refactoring actually improves things a little bit. So, yeah, so far so good. Here, I don't like the name of this particular variable, current date, because the function has the current date function has this name. It's hard for me to use the current date variable there. So what if I just rename the function here to something like current date formatted to be able to use the variable name formatted, because we formatted to a particular string. I have all rights to call it this way. And here I'm going to rename the signal current date and set current date. Set yes, it looks a little bit better now from my point of view. Yeah, it's just a minor refactoring. Let's move app component to the components folder as well, together with the styles, the corresponding styles. I think yes, we should be good. They have core, they have config, they have typing. It's good. We have components is in the same folder. Yeah, and what else can we remove or add here? I think we are pretty good at this point, and we can actually check the application again and see that moon phase updated. I'm going to roll back to 1 second to update once a second. Yes, the service worker is updated, and now yeah, we are good. So at this point I'm ready to publish this application after this refactoring, after improving icons, after improving manifest configuration and some other stuff. I think I'm ready to publish this application, this new Solid application, as the main application, because currently, sorry, it's not that URL. Let me change it. Currently, ashtangamoon.org has the old application, and the new one is not yet deployed. What I'm going to do next is to deploy my new Solid.js application to this particular domain, so we all could use it and iterate over it later on. So yes, I'm not going to deploy it right now, but yeah, it's pretty straightforward. I will probably deploy to Vercel as well as the original application. I will just update the links under the video with new URLs. So yeah, thank you very much for your time. I think you have learned something, at least me learned definitely. So see you next time. I'm going to prepare some more improvements here. For instance, we have one more feature to implement. It's a progressive web app related feature. It's actually a push notifications one day before a full moon or new moon date, which is useful, which would be useful for me personally, and I think for people who would potentially use this application as well. So thank you very much. See you next time. Cheers.